And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another scene from the living world of darkness, street magic. Now, Taylor has had a couple outings today, a couple very distressing outings. Really, they weren't good. Let's not call them outings. Let's call them incidents. She's had some incidents today, and upon returning from incident number two, she's uh she's finally gotten herself a nice phone. Thank God. And is of course, as she wanders back into the chantry, only half paying attention where she's going, is popping it up and just poking through everything. She even reads the news app because you know what, weird shit keeps happening, and suddenly the weird shit's more interesting. Maybe it's not that someone was a psycho. Maybe something really creepy actually happened. So a new news article has popped up, and she's gotten a notification and flicked it open and paused her wandering and read it. And about time she gets down to the bottom of the very short little blurb of an article, she she suddenly has a purpose. That purpose is running pell-mell through the chantry, darting to Escher's room and whacking on the door, going, "Escher!"
Escher will knock her gaming headset off and sort of just call out, door's unlocked.
And so it piles open. Taylor does try to be good about not just busting into people's room unannounced. You never know what you're going to find in there. That's just bad form and potentially an interesting conversation. So yeah, she pops the door open and scampers on in. There's probably another chair in there from where she's been going into multiplayer various things, especially earlier today. She had a temper on her and just hunted around to find the most violent game she actually had for the two of them to multiplayer on, just to vent a little. So she hurries in and plops down on the other chair, and while Escher is, I don't know, getting to a save point or poning noobs or who knows what, she is pulling up the article full screen and sliding it onto the desk, kind of just below the keyboard to where it's glanceable. So I have a problem.
Escher will up and quit the Overwatch match that she's playing on, just right in the middle of like her respawn, and she'll turn around and take the phone. What's this?
I might have been at a crime scene today. And apparently, I think the other one's Collins, but yeah, we were kind of at a crime scene, and apparently, catching the people that made the crime scene is not nearly as important as catching me.
Shit. Well, that's good to know. They see your face?
I don't know. I mean, I was in a church. How many churches have fucking creepy cameras in them?
A lot of them.
That's weird and seems wrong for some reason. But yeah, no, I didn't even think there would be cameras in a church.
Just about any public place has cameras. People like to steal shit. Escher just kind of shrugs.
I mean, fair. It didn't even seem like it was locked, so it kind of makes sense. But yeah, we went to check out this thing at a graveyard, and there was some sort of warty dome on the graveyard, so I decided maybe it was anchored in the church, and I went in there to see if there was any, I don't know, anything fiddly with the magic site, and I didn't even look for cameras. I just got up somewhere where I could see the whole place, didn't see anything, and got back out.
Okay. So. Shit. According to the police department, they have a video of some sort?
That's what it says. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know how much they can see, but it's probably me and Collins both on there, and the last thing I need is them, like, going to my parents, and then my parents being on TV, and then all the Agent Smiths ever going to my parents' house.
Yeah. If they can see anything at all, Most of the gray suits can probably use that to extrapolate the information and get a real clear look at your face. We might have to destroy that video.
I mean, I'm okay with that. Can we do that? Is that the thing we can do?
Yeah, I can do that. Or you could get a new face.
What, you mean like that creepy shit Ken did?
Yep,
I mean, I like my face.
I like your face too.
He grins.
Okay, so plan A, we're gonna go destroy a tape. Sounds legit.
Are we like going to a police station or something? I mean,
You could phrase it that way, yeah.
blink.
Would it sound overly stereotypical in 90s sci-fi for me to say that we can go into the internet?
No, that would sound the perfect amount of 90s to say we could go into the internet.
Well, good. We can become a cyberpunk YA novel for a bit.
Yes. I'm okay with this.
Place is alright. You just have to avoid probably most of 4chan. That crowd is
Oh.
pretty undesirable, especially in the web, where all of
Oh.
their wildest dreams are also made manifest.
Yeah, that sounds like a bad place to be.
Yeah. Pornhub's pretty nice, though.
I mean, is it nice or is it horrifying? Because, I mean, not just the stuff you like is on Pornhub.
It's one of the most well-organized sectors I've ever been to. There was an incident like a year or so back where a section of it got destroyed, but I figure they're rebuilding by now. But they connect into one of the video game realms. It's a weird nebulous setup. I think it's because most people have like WoW open and then also have a Pornhub tab open. Maybe it just caused the realm to connect those things.
I mean, I'll believe it. I mean, this is kind of your gig, so if you say that's how it works, that's how it works.
Escher just kind of shrugs. It works how it wants to work, but ones and zeros are pretty predictable. So,
Predictable's good.
what happened that got you on camera?
So, okay. Do you actually like know the whole thing that's going on? I feel like I've just happened to be at all the right conversations to kind of get a good idea. Like the
Which
zombies and all that.
Escher kind of shrugs.
So we've got, I mean, they're not zombies. They're just normal people that pop out of the ground alive instead of dead. Uh, so that's been happening, and apparently that's because of some sort of rift. And while Ginger says she doesn't know, there's like 3 different crazy supernatural things that have said it's because of her. So I'm going to go with 3 completely unrelated supernatural things that have no real reason to lie about it. And so, yeah, the dead have been just climbing out of the ground. And then, I mean, we'd gotten a hold of one, but then the next time we were at something like that, there were these 2 guys there. Turns out they're these guardians. I was actually kind of Googling, you know, gods of death and protectors of the graveyards and guardians of the graveyards, like Hades has Cerberus. So apparently, what is it? It's horse head and ox face or something. I don't know. It's an Asian mythology, but they're like guardians of the dead. And they've apparently been body hopping to show up and shoot everyone that comes out of the ground to send them back. And take a couple pot shots at us because we were there. And they really wanted Ginger. But
So, what I'm hearing is she's a virus and the malware's finally caught her.
It sounds like it, yeah. And then earlier today, we went to check out a thing because apparently Ginger just kind of knows when people are about to pop out of the ground, even though she can't explain how. So we went to respond to that, and not only were those two guys there, but there was another whole group of people there that were also body hopping. Like one of them was in Noah's sister, I guess. But either way, there was a group of people, like a pretty big group, that had body hopped and were there fighting the Guardians so that the people crawling out of the ground could get out and get away. And that's how Tessa got all shot up. So that was a complete clusterfuck, and I couldn't figure out who the good guys and bad guys were that time. But apparently we've decided the two Guardians are the good guys, even though that means putting people back in the ground, which is all not me. So Ginger called just a little bit ago and said that another graveyard was about to pop open. So we went to respond to it, and the Guardians weren't there, but like, okay, so there was a group of people there, and they, acted suspiciously vampire-y, like pretty blatantly jumping on the people coming out of the ground and eating them. And Ken says they're definitely vampires. And then there was some sort of ward over the graveyard, I guess to keep the Guardians out, so they couldn't put them back in the dirt. And I was trying to figure out, because, I'm not so much the frontline kind of guy. I'm a support class. So I was trying to support and trying to see if I could pull down the shield over the cemetery. And that's why I went into the church, because, in every RPG ever, it kind of makes sense that in order to pull down the shield on one space, you have to go over here to the adjacent church where there will probably be a bad guy, but, there'll be something for you to disarm to put the shield down. And there wasn't anything there, but there were cameras. I didn't end up finding where it was anchored. I mean, I had the magic site up. I just couldn't find it.
Your logic makes sense. If it was stuck to an area, you probably would have had to go to the border of the area that it was on. But
well, I looked around the edge a little. Yeah, I looked around the edge some. I couldn't find where anything was there making it happen. So I went into the church, didn't find anything there. And when we finally got to that kind of central point on the graveyard, there was a mausoleum there, but that's kind of where all of the vampire people were. And yeah, we didn't go in there, so I ended up going over to Amahara for a little bit, and Isis and I worked on that. So that shield should be down, so hopefully whatever they were trying to keep out got in, including the Guardians. Really hope they went in there and shot them all. That was really horrible. All these poor confused people were like climbing out of the ground, and they were just jumping on them.
Were there any sleepers there?
I didn't see any. I mean, I don't think so.
That's good, at least. It saves us a lot of covering up.
Yeah, I didn't see any just regular people either time today, really.
Good. Well, that sounds absolutely insane.
It was pretty ridiculous. But I'm beginning to think you're right about the whole kind of virus mentality. We need to put up some partitions or something. Put her in a secure folder until we know what the hell. I don't know if she's lying or she just literally doesn't know what she did, but it's pretty bad.
She nods. Yeah, it's pretty easy to fuck shit up if you have access to magic and don't know what the hell you're doing. Actually, a lot of the time, if you do know what the hell you're doing, it's pretty easy to fuck some shit up.
Well, so far the worst I've done is give myself headaches, so go me, little fist pump.
Good, let's keep it that way.
That is the plan.
So, you alright?
Uh, well, I'm not as mad as I was before because Ken didn't decide maybe we should just all bowl in willy-nilly and try to fight this thing without knowing what it was, which was nice. But on the other hand, the idea that my picture might get out and my parents might get some interest pulled on them kind of defeats the whole purpose of getting out of their house.
Well, if your picture does come out, we'll find a way to keep your parents safe, too.
Okay. I mean, if I gotta change my face, I gotta change my face, but
I hope not.
I hope not too. That seems really weird. I feel like I'd freak myself out every time I looked in a mirror.
Don't worry. We won't have to fake Taylor's death.
That would be good. So how do you go to the internet? Do you have a Tron machine? I mean,
Something like that. And Escher will reach under her giant computer desk and pull out some VR gear.
oh,
As in, like, the bodysuit and the mask with, like, the screen on it. And she'll just kind of hold it up. This is our ticket in. Unfortunately, I only have one, but I can take other people if we can get more. I just don't know how friendly the web is to non-techno geeks.
I mean, even I can't match your geek level there, so I'm pretty sure trying to bring any of the others that don't even know how to set up a router would be a bad idea.
It's true. You can't bring your herbs and potions and incense with you to the web.
I mean, is it especially dangerous? Is this one of those things where I should just keep an eye on you or something? And just kind of let you do your thing? Or do we need to, like, go in force and do a thing?
It can be dangerous, but thankfully it's not like you die in the web, you die in real life. If I somehow
Whew.
die in there, I'll just wake up with a nosebleed. It's actually happened a few times.
Is that... Okay, that's a weird question, so I'm just not gonna, but, like, isn't it kind of weird to feel yourself die?
Yeah, but I don't know that it feels like normal dying. I've never died in the normal sense.
Yeah,
It's
let's keep that way. That's...
it's kind of like you woke up from a dream and also hit your head really fucking hard.
Oh, well, that doesn't seem bad.
It's not fun, but it usually doesn't kill you.
I mean, it's not fun, but it's not Sword Art Online, so...
Not all the time, no.
Whew. Well, that's good. Okay. Sorry, I kind of freaked out. Like, I've never been in trouble, so...
You've never been in trouble?
No, not with, like, the police. No.
Like, you've never cheated on a test at school?
I
You've
mean,
never stolen a candy bar?
I didn't get caught. I mean, I wasn't super daring. You, like, do it the one time and you're like, yeah, I'm a badass. And then you don't do it again because, you know, law of averages.
That's fucking adorable.
What? It just... I mean, if you're gonna cheat on a test, do it the smart way so you don't get caught. That just makes sense.
It does make sense. Getting caught is the best way to do it, but I don't know. We're supposedly magic terrorists, and you've never been in trouble.
I'm not a very good terrorist. I lit a guy on fire once or twice.
I think that
Kind
makes
of
you a pretty damn good terrorist.
half voluntarily. I was really mad. But yeah, other than that, no, I'm not. My most exciting thing is that I'm just a weirdo and I dress up as like, a troll sometimes and beat people with giant padded weapons.
Hey, that can be useful. Don't worry, we're gonna get you in plenty of trouble. And she winks at her.
As long as you get me back out again, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do it.
Of course I will.
I just have to survive the intermittent heart attacks and everything will be fine.
Hey, we're pretty fucking good at keeping each other safe.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. And she starts kind of like doing that whole, like, that thing where you bring up both hands and you do like the whole face rub of like, oh, sweet Jesus.
Escher will just lean over and sort of like put a hand around her shoulder. Hey, chill out, okay? It's all good.
I am slowly recovering my chill. My chill is returning at a
All right,
trickle.
it's just one simple trick, okay? Okay? And Escher's gonna lean in over to like she brushes her hair away from her and she just whispers, just have faith.
And she gets like that kind of that little quirk expression when her hair is brushed away, like, oh God, where is this going? And then she says that, and there's a brief, like, there's that pause, that processing, and then she just falls apart laughing.
Escher will start cackling too, and she'll pull her into a hug.
She will get hugged back enthusiastically. I can't believe what.
Sorry, I couldn't not.
It was good. It was perfect. That is what this thread needed.
Slash thread.
Oh my God. No, but seriously, how does he use faith so many times in a sentence? And it's not like, it's not even a run-on sentence. It's just, I can't.
Well,
I don't.
anything's possible when you
Oh no! Don't do it.
when you have faith.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, you want to hear what the weirdest part was too? Like all this crazy shit happening. You want to know what like the creepiest part of the whole thing was?
Sure.
Is like I went into the church to check around, and like legit, the creepiest part of this whole thing, not the vampires, not people clawing out of the ground. It was just that the church was like really empty, and with all the lights off and everything. And every like I don't wear like hard-soled shoes, but like there was that weird cavernous echo going on every time I moved. It was like, I don't know. It was like Resident Evil worthy. It was ridiculous. It was so creepy.
How spooky. Maybe we are trapped in one big weird game.
Like all that shit goes down and that's fine. But you like walk into the one setting with, the echo and suddenly it's like this is way creepier.
Were you afraid something was gonna jump out at you? Start chasing you down the hallways Outlast style?
I pretty much was, yeah, actually. I was kind of nervous, I'm not gonna lie, in the big empty church. the completely harmless, actually pretty small, empty church.
I'm glad you made it out relatively unscathed.
Oh yeah, just, you know, the only thing that might get injured is my reputation.
Psh, who
I
needs one
am
of
not
those anyway?
I am not a big fan of getting shot at. So I just kind of avoid that whole, and she's like making this broad gesture, that whole section of, events. It's not me.
At least the party knew to keep their support safe this time.
I mean, you say that, but Ken was really annoyed because I did the dumb and wandered off by myself. But I wandered off by myself when nobody was there, so I'm gonna go with I did the right thing.
We'll have to work on getting you some sort of cloaking.
That would be awesome. I saw Tessa disappear earlier today. It's fucking crazy.
You could probably do that with the right tricks.
I need to learn that trick. I would love to be even harder to shoot. Like all this magic and gargoyles and giant guardians, but guns, that is where I draw the line.
Hey, there's a reason there were no guns in like Harry Potter. The series would have been over like the first scene.
Yeah, what a
Voldemort would show up, they'd just shoot him, and it would be like an hour and a half of just like his dead body there.
yeah. Yeah, guns would have solved a lot of problems in the wizarding world, or made a bunch of them. Either way.
Little column A, little column B.
Oh, God. It's weird that reality's way scarier than all this extra stuff. Like, you're going to go into the internet, you're going to Tron it out, and I'm still more worried about guns.
Well, guns can fucking kill you.
Yeah, they can. Holy shit. Like, sure, I've got this cool armored thing, and it's got magic on it, but I'm pretty sure if someone shoots me right in the head, that's still getting shot in the head. Like, you could tell me there were 20 layers of magic between me and that bullet, and I still wouldn't stand in front of a gun. That's self-preservation instinct. I got it strong. So who are you playing? Like, leans over, goes Overwatch.
Would you be surprised if I said Sombra?
No.
I knew it.
Not even a little.
Hey, we like what we like.
Yep. And I mean, she's like your spirit animal, so it's all good.
Maybe I'll meet her when I go on the internet.
Oh my god, yes. Get her to autograph something. Like, I don't care if it's your face. Just, yes.
Then I could never wash my face.
That's
you want to
true.
cover all this up?
No. Okay, not your face.
Then where?
She starts like doing the little chin stroke thing. Like, you could go for the classic and get her to sign your boobs, but then that's, I don't know. You could do like the real creepers do and get the signature on some part of your body and then have someone tattoo over it so it stayed forever. Like, we could just go full ham.
I'll keep that in mind. Although, maybe I'll just take a notepad with me.
Or you could do that. I mean, if you wanted to be reasonable and stuff. So Sorry, say it again.
If you can forgive me for being boring.
I mean, that's just reasonable. That's not quite boring. That's just reasonable. What? Katie is Googling pictures of Sombra because she doesn't play Overwatch. And had to double check to make sure she was thinking of the right one. Nope, definitely your spirit animal. Called it. No. I'm just saying. I could cook up a wicked Sombra cosplay.
If you make it, I'll wear it.
Yes!
I don't know if I'd look that good with a side cut, though. What do you think?
She again, it's like the mock thoughtful peering. I don't know. She definitely has like the little round cartoon face, so it kind of works. I think you'd look better with just like take the whole thing and I don't know, double it over. But hey, that's what wigs are for. You cheat. You cheat shamelessly. Or magic. That's also cheating shamelessly.
It sure is.
That is a thing I am okay with. So now that my panic attack is out of the way, shit. I don't know. Want to play something? Or I don't know if you're doing this like now or if you need like time or.
We probably want to do it ASAP, but
Yes.
I can't say no to that face.
Well, I mean, sooner's probably better rather than later. And I mean, you can game when you get back. Just come back without a nosebleed.
I'll try.
Seems like the way to go. Shall I sit here and be moral support? Or
you'd like? Your company would be pretty awesome.
what, like in there or just here?
Or just here.
Okay. I was gonna say I don't need to like trip over the internet. I've already like stepped on a nail today. That's all the trial I can take for navigation.
I'll put up on the screen what I'm doing so you can at least enjoy the show.
Yes. Oh my god, that would be awesome.
And maybe after I get back, you'd want to go to a movie or something?
Yeah.
Cool. Then it's
Absolutely.
a date.
And she kind of quirks like a little sideways grin. Yeah, sure.
Wait, really?
I mean, yes? Question mark? Kind of side eye, like, did I just mess this up?
Sorry, I wasn't expecting that to get like a positive response.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm the most familiar with this process, but why not?
I mean, what's the worst we could fuck it up? I mean, unless like we blow something up, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I will strain to not set the theater on fire, and I think we'll be good.
Deal.
And Taylor will for the sake of like the kind of nervous energy thing, kind of pick up the phone again and start flicking through and looking up local theaters and what they're playing.
And, as she does that, Escher will grab her VR suit and she'll disappear into her personal bathroom as she puts it on. Comes out essentially looking like something out of Tron. It's very like glowy and a little bit over the top. It was probably commissioned custom because you know that all of those flashy lights aren't necessary.
That's part of the fun. Yeah, she does exactly the grin in the gif. It's just like, that's so good.
And she just kind of laughs. Pretty cool, right?
It's
And
super cool.
yeah, she takes the VR headset and kind of like just kind of has it on her forehead for now. Well, I'm ready for this adventure when you are.
And she'll kind of glance around, look at the screen, and finally pick up her headset where she had abandoned it earlier and pop it on her head.
Cool. You'll be my link to the other side.
Yes.
And she'll start booting up her computer, putting stuff on screens and hooking wires together. And I believe we'll require JC for the digital realm scene.
That is perfectly fine. We can call it here because I'm pretty sure he is in the beds.
Sweet.
So yeah, at this awesome point of going all Tron, we will say for now, thank you players for playing and watchers for watching. And we will see you next time for the internet and a movie.
Awkward nerd date.
Yes. Good night.